The Russian folk music known as balalaika may be familiar to some listeners from the movie classic Dr. Zhivago. It is full and expressive. In fact, the word balalaika means chatter in Russian, according to Dr. Zeni Ocean, a Reno-based dentist who's helping to establish this folk music in Nevada.
I think it's music that everybody can relate to. I don't know anybody that doesn't enjoy the music. And of course, a lot of young people who haven't been exposed to this music, people from Eastern European cultures have been. The balalaika is a Russian folk instrument, probably representative of Russian culture, particularly from the villages. When we have concerts, it's definitely a family-oriented type of music. Typically here you would have banjos, guitars, and it would be music from Appalachia or bluegrass. And this is Russian bluegrass, I guess. Yeah.
Why balalaika? What is it that appeals to you about it?
Well, my background is Polish, Russian, Ukrainian, and I've essentially been around this music my whole lifetime. And I like all kinds of music, but when I hear balalaika music or Eastern European folk music, it just sends my heart, soaring up. And when I find other people that we can play with, that even makes it more special.
Well, you said it's folk music, and often folk music has costumes and clothing to go along with it. So is the shirt you're wearing typical of the balalaika tradition? Yes.
Actually, this shirt was made by a manufacturer in Moscow, and it's called a rubashka, which means shirt, or folk shirt. And the costume is very, very colorful. So when we have a concert, the stage is just filled with people with these colorful costumes, the dancers and singers, and the musicians as well.
The other thing that strikes me about there's the colorful costumes, but boy, the people are smiling a lot when they're playing this music. Does it make you feel good to play it?
Oh yeah, we enjoy ourselves when we're on stage, and it's kind of like sharing the music with an audience, sharing it with other people. As I may or may not mention that this music is to be sung to or danced to, and it's a joy. There are sad songs as well. There are melancholy romances. There are marches, and there's waltzes, and all different kinds of music. But if you talk about choral music, people know what you're talking about. If you talk about jazz, people know what you're talking about. But if you talk about balalaika, nobody knows what you're talking about. So it's great that you're going to play some numbers that people can hear what this music sounds like.
What would be a really representative piece?
A piece that comes to mind is called Pod de Goy. It's a song about 3 horses pulling the sleigh through the snow. It's called a troika, and it's a lively tune, and you get a chance to hear all the instruments, the basses and the balalaikas and the accordion and like that. So.
Great. Well, we'll hear that and then come back to talking some more. Well, it's a very full, joyous kind of sound. So it seems as if it's probably an instrument you don't really play by yourself.
You could play it by yourself, but typically there's like a duo, a trio, small ensemble. These instruments, this is a prima balalaika. It has a soprano voice. This is an alto domra, which is the same balalaika family. And then we have a prima domra, which is equivalent in voice. We have accordion, flute, clarinet, percussion.
Well, I can see how appealing this music can be. So let's say somebody wants to learn how to play it. How do they do that? And can you go get a video on how to play balalaika music?
It'd be very difficult. There's certain techniques about playing the balalaika that somebody has to show you how to do it, and it's not something you can buy a book and begin to play the balalaika.
And I understand that you actually taught someone through the Apprenticeship Program at the Nevada Arts Council.
Yes, I had an apprentice. Her name was Judy Roby. She had started playing with our ensemble, but in order to progress, she needed a lot of personal instruction, personal attention. There's a certain way of holding your hands, certain tempos and rhythms, and how you strike the strings. I was very happy that the Arts Council offered this folk arts apprenticeship program, and Judy was too, because in a year's time she became a pretty proficient player.
Is it a strong, growing movement here in the state?
Balalaika music, we're getting quite a following.
Okay. Well, any last words you want to say? Anything else we omitted about balalaika?
Just that if anybody's interested, I'd love to have them give me a call. We welcome new players, and through all my trips to Russia and Ukraine, I've accumulated maybe 70 or 80 instruments. So we have loaners available and instruction too, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll play a little bit more of your music here at the end.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
What we do is we support a master artist, and they teach an apprentice. Sometimes it's a group. It could be a performing group of taiko drummers, so that this is preserved, it's documented, and it's passed on. And it's a way of encouraging people to keep doing this. And a lot of times these are partners who are already practicing together. They already have an arrangement. But what we want to do is encourage them to continue it.
Okay, so what if people out there know somebody?
Oh, I bet you a lot of people out there have folk art themselves, or have family members, or know people that are doing something incredible, even if it's a great story that needs to be recorded, or any number of things. And I really wish people would call me. My phone number is 775-687-6680. And please let me know, because we're doing everything we can to record and document everything possible about this state and all of the West, all the traditions that are here.